Well, hello, I'm Crazy Cheap Chick, and today I'm going to share my YouTube journey. I'm going to tell you how long it took me to get monetized. I'm going to tell you how much money I've made since I've been monetized, and I'm going to share some things I learned along the way, probably some tips and tricks that probably would have sped it up for me had I known them from the beginning. But first, let me remind you, there are 51 million YouTube channels. Isn't that amazing? 51 million. And it takes 1,000 subscribers plus 4,000 watch hours to monetize with YouTube. That's their criteria. And per Google AI, only 6% of YouTube channels ever get monetized. So if you do get monetized, you're doing something right. I hear stories all the time. I watch videos where people get monetized very quickly. I watched a lady the other day who said she was monetized within 7 days, and it was almost like a stab to the heart because that was not my journey at all. My journey was a little bit bumpier than that. I'm 61 years old, and I'm not the most tech-savvy person out there. I started my YouTube channel on February 21st, 2022. It was right at the end of COVID. I'd more or less locked myself down for a couple of years. I was super bored. I wanted to do something creative, and so I chose to start a YouTube channel. Not everyone was super supportive when I did that. A lot of people, I think, thought it was pretty silly for someone at my age to start a YouTube channel. But as of today, January 22nd, 2025, almost 3 years later, I'm a month shy of 3 years, I have 2,019 subscribers. But I've made over 300 videos. I just kept chugging away and chugging away. My early videos, I've never taken them down, but they're horrible. They're really bad. YouTube makes you practice until you get it right, I think. I think that's part of their strategy. I reached 500 subscribers on April 2nd, 2023. So it took me just a little over a year to reach 500 subscribers. Now, to be fair, I didn't make videos every month. I would make some videos, I would not get very many views, no one was subscribing, and I would give up. And so I kind of started and stopped 2 or 3 times before I finally decided, no, you can do this. And I became monetized in May 2024. So it took me almost 2 years to get monetized, or a little over 2 years to get monetized, to reach YouTube's criteria of 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. I actually had the watch hours, I think, way before I had the subs. So it wasn't that I wasn't getting views, I just wasn't getting subs. And I think there's a reason why, and I'll tell you why here later in the video. I hit 2,000 subscribers yesterday, January 21st, 2025. So it took just 7 months to go from 1,000 to 2,000. It went a little bit better. Per Google AI, 1,000 subs can earn you $30 to $300 a month. Let me tell you, AI may be a little bit on the high side, at least for me. If you have a YouTube channel, one thing that's important to you is what's called your CPM, Cost Per Mill. And basically, it's what advertisers are willing to pay for 1,000 views of one of your videos. And I think you get 55% of that, and YouTube gets 45%. Anyway, my CPM is $17.06 per mil. The average CPM, according to Google AI, is anywhere from about $2 per thousand to $15. So I'm actually trending a little bit higher than average, I think. My worst month was my first month. And that's really because it was only a partial month. I got monetized about the middle of the month. I was on vacation. I didn't make very many videos that month. And so my very first month, I made the gigantic sum of $20.45. In June, I made $51.34. In July, I made $26.85. In August, I made $40.66. In September, I made $68.54. October was a huge month for me, $80.69. November, $62.32. December was $70.13. January, which is ongoing, I'm at $50.89 for the month so far today, last time I looked. So my total since I've been monetized on YouTube is $471.86. Don't quit your day job quite yet. I'm averaging about, around $59 a month. Not a huge amount of money, but I think there is a lot of potential to get that amount up. In addition, though, to the AdSense payments, I did do 3 branded content videos. Once you get monetized, some companies will contact you wanting you to do a video on their product. I've done one for shoes, and they gave me 2 free pairs of shoes, which was about a $200 value. I did one for a light fixture, and they gave me the light fixture free. I think it was about $40. And I did another one for a product called green salt, which I think was worth around $25 or $30. Now, 2 of those companies contacted me. The shoes and the light contacted me. The green salt, I reached out to them. I had been wanting to try the product, and I thought, well, I'm just going to see if they'll give me the product free if I include it in a video. And they said yes. I've never done that again because I just am too lazy to do the work. Other companies have reached out as well, but they weren't products I wanted. And I really didn't want to junk up my channel with just doing a bunch of reviews of products. I didn't feel like it was what people want to watch. I didn't want to be a review channel. I did just sign up for Brand Connect on YouTube, and YouTube kind of makes you a little media kit online that you can send out to companies or that companies can look at. And they can see all your stats. They can see how many times your videos get viewed. They can see how many of your viewers are women, how many are men, how engaged people are. I mean, where they're at. Are they in the United States? Are they outside the country? I mean, they can view all kinds of information through Brand Connect and then decide if you're a good fit for them. So I don't know if I will get contacted by other companies. We'll wait and see. I do have pretty good statistics, though, as far as who watches my channel. I have not tried Patreon, live streams, or stores. Now, I'm going to share a few tips and tricks I've learned over the last 3 years that I wish someone would have told me when I was starting out. I really struggled to find a film editor that I liked, and right now I'm using a product called Filmora. It costs $79.99 a year, $80. And I would probably use that even if I didn't have a YouTube channel. It's just fun to make little videos with my grandkids. I do use it in my business from time to time to make promotional things. And it's a nice little product. I have no complaints with it. Now for my thumbnails, I use an app called Placeit. I know it really well and I can make the thumbnails really fast. You can pay for it by the month, $14.95 a month, or you can pay for an annual subscription. I think it's like $89.69 a year, about $90. And really, that's the only thing I pay for or need to pay for YouTube. I have not invested in fancy cameras or mics or anything like that. I do everything on my phone for the most part, except I make the thumbnails on my computer. It's a little bit easier for me. It doesn't cost a lot to start a YouTube channel, and that's one of the beauties of having a YouTube channel is there's very little investment to start. Now, this next thing I really wish someone would have told me, and that's watch out for music in the background of your videos. Because by the time I got monetized, I had over 200 videos, I think. And when I went to try to turn on the monetization for those videos, it wouldn't come on some of them, and it would pop up and say, not authorized because of background music. And so they still monetize it from what I understand, but the money goes to the copyright holder of the music. I did not know that. Now, YouTube has a tool that you can use to remove the music, but that's a real pain to go back to all your old videos and find which ones had music and use that tool to remove the music. I wish I had just known in the beginning to watch out for background music, because I make a lot of money-saving videos. When I would go to the grocery store, for example, to try to show people, like, here's how I find bargains. Look at this great bargain. And if there was music in the background at the grocery store, I would get dinged by YouTube. Or if you go out in public and there's live music at an event, it's probably going to get kicked. And so just really watch out for that background music. It can come back to bite you a little bit. Another thing I wish that I had kind of listened to, younger friends were telling me, why don't you do shorts? Well, I had done my research on shorts. I mean, shorts are fast, fun, and easy to make. But I knew they didn't pay anything. Even if you got 1 million views, you hardly get paid anything for a short, like pennies. And so I kind of resisted making shorts, like, what's the point? But I wish I would have thought that through. Because when you're trying to get to 4,000 hours, if you get a short that gets, let's say, 8,000 views, that's over 100 hours time. 1 minute at a time adds up to an hour, right? And also, surprisingly to me, I got subscribers off my shorts. I was really shocked by that. And if I had started doing shorts sooner, I don't even think I started doing shorts until after I was monetized, I would have got monetized much faster. I might have been able to shave a year and a half off if I had done shorts from the beginning. But I didn't know. Now you know. So if you're not doing shorts, do the shorts. You'll be shocked how many views those things get and how many people subscribe, especially if it's something relevant to your channel. Another thing I've kind of learned the hard way is to keep my videos under 20 minutes. Roundabouts there, 15 to 22 minutes is kind of my aim. What happens if I make a longer video, let's say 25 to 35 minutes? The people who already subscribe or know me or kind of like me a little bit, they may watch it. It will get views, but it won't attract as many new people because 30 minutes is kind of a big commitment to someone you've never watched before. And at least that's my theory. The long videos just do not get as many views or as many subscribers as the shorter ones. I think people just have really short attention spans. I know I personally, when I'm scrolling on YouTube, sometimes I'll look at something, I'll look at how long it is. 42 minutes, and I don't know. So think about that. Think about that when you're making your videos. As I've tightened up my production on my videos and made them more interesting and shorter, I started getting more subscribers and views. Next, those thumbnails are so important. That you hear that over and over, and it is 100% true. It's really hard for me to come up with new thumbnails over and over and over when basically all my videos are on the same thing, saving money. Now, one thing I did that really seemed to help my thumbnails was when I started putting my face on my thumbnails. I did not want to do that. I'm not 22 and gorgeous. I'm 61 and I look like it. And so I really resisted putting this mug on that thumbnail that thousands of people are going to see and make a decision to accept or reject. But once I started putting my face on there, I started getting a lot more views. Probably just had to do with simple recognition. They would see the video, see my face, recognize what the video was about, and click on it. Anyway, or maybe it just looked like a more real video with a real person. I don't know the psychology behind it. I just know when I started putting my face on, and sometimes if you have those weird expressions, like, it would really help people click on that thumbnail, and it's ridiculous, and you feel ridiculous taking your picture, like, but it works. And the other thing about thumbnails is just do not do the clickbait. I mean, we've all done it. You see some great thumbnail and you click on it and it's like 50 ways to save money on your water bill or something. And then it has absolutely nothing to do with how to save money on your water bill. And you feel mad and angry. And so clickbait is basically click on and click off. You'll get clicks, but people won't watch very long. So make sure your thumbnail is true to what your video is about. The other thing, I would just say be yourself. Be authentic. People want to watch other real people. They're not looking for someone to be necessarily a personality. So what I put on YouTube is the real me. I'm not faking anything. That's who I am in real life. And people either respond to it or they don't. Just remember, whether you have a YouTube channel or you're just a regular person, about a third of people will like you. 30 people will not like you, and about a third will be like, take her or leave her. The last thing I would say is don't do YouTube to try to make a ton of money. If that's your goal, that's rare and far between. Not even 1% of YouTubers make over $60,000 a year. So very few people are going to make enough money on YouTube to make it their job. Do it because you want to be creative or you want to share your passion with others. And if you eventually start making a little bit of money, great. Or if you're one of those people that goes viral immediately, fantastic. I'm happy for you. But like I said earlier in this video, I'm making like $60 a month. And I do hope by the time I retire that I can get it up to maybe $300 or $400 a month to be just a little bit of additional retirement income. I'm not counting on it, but if I can, that would be fabulous. Right now, I do it just because I enjoy it. It's fun. It's really, really fun for me. So if you're thinking about starting a channel, just put fear aside and do it. Just jump in. Your first videos aren't going to be great probably. So what? It's a learning curve. And if you already have a channel and maybe you're struggling to reach that 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours, I would say don't give up. You'll get there eventually. I think I read once like the average amount of time for someone to get monetized who does get monetized is like 2.5 years. Some people make it instantly. Some people it takes more time. The fact that only 6% ever get monetized is probably due to the fact that most people give up. When they don't have instant success, they just stop. And if you don't give up, I think you'll eventually get there. Maybe it takes 4 years or 5 years. So what? That time's going to go by regardless. So just hang in there. And I wish you the best of success. Thanks for watching. I would ask that if you got anything out of this video that you please give me a like. Subscribe helps me out a lot. And do that in your own videos. Ask people to subscribe. They just forget. Ask them to give you a like. People will generally, if they got something out of your video, do it. So just don't forget to ask. Anyway, have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you soon. I just want to real quickly show you how to look up and see how long someone's been on YouTube. I'm going to pull up my own channel. And you see the name? Just click on the name. And then you're going to click over here on more. And it's going to give you all the stats. Show you how many subscribers I have, how many videos I've made, how many views, and when I joined. You can do that with any channel. Just be careful. Don't compare yourself to others. Oftentimes, though, when I pull up someone with a bunch of subscribers, they've been doing it 10, 15 years longer than me.